We're now down to the business end of things in the elections that have taken place in Pakistan. The results for 224 seats are out. Results are still awaited in about 44 seats. And as things stand at this moment, the independent bloc has backed the largest number of seats, with 92 seats having been won by the independents. Many among them are said to be backed by Imran Khan's Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. The Nawaz Sharif's party has emerged as the single largest party with 63 seats, but it is not the single largest bloc within the assembly. Now, Bilawal Zardari Bhutto's Pakistan People's Party has got about 50 seats so far. Now, the elections were held for 265 of the 266 assembly seats. Nawaz Sharif's party is nowhere near the magic figure of 133. But Nawaz Sharif has said that he'll sit down with all other parties to provide a stable government for the people of Pakistan. He's also stressed on the need for all the political parties to come together, as his party has now reached out to other parties such as the PPP, the JUI and the MQMP.
Muslim League Noon is the largest single party in the country today after the elections, और मैं समझता हूं कि हमारा फर्ज है कि इस मुल्क को भंवर से निकाला जाए। सब पार्टियों के मैंडेट का एहतराम करते हैं, जिनको भी मैंडेट मिला है हम दिल की गहराइयों से एहतराम करते हैं, चाहे वो पार्टी है, चाहे वो फर्द वाहिद है, चाहे वो आजाद लोग हैं। हम उनको भी दावत देते हैं कि इस जख्मी पाकिस्तान को मुश्किलात से निकालने के लिए आओ हमारे साथ बैठो।
But remember, there is still a lot of drama that remains in this political potboiler. Pakistan is evidently heading towards what can only be described as a photo finish, and there's a lot of uncertainty as to what could, of course, happen next. Millions of Pakistanis are glued to their mobile phones and their television sets to catch the results. The independent candidates, who started with a bang in the morning, have continued with their surprise performance. Now, these are some of the images from Lahore, where the candidates from the jailed former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan's PTI party and their supporters protested outside the election counting office.
क्योंकि यहाँ तो हमारा विधेय सब लोगों का पता है जो इमरान खान ने जितने सीटों से जो आज़ाद उम्मीदवार है पीटीआई का, न कप्तान है, न झंडा है, न निशान है और न जो है बैनर वगैरह है, फिर भी हमने मैदान मार लिया।
The candidates who ran as independents can nominate affiliation to any party within the next 72 hours of victory, a practice that frequently leads to deal-making in Pakistani politics that could potentially cloud the PTI's chance of any success. Now, to give us more updates in terms of what is happening at this moment in this potboiler of an election, we're being joined by our Pakistan Bureau Chief Anas Malik, who's been tracking the story very closely for us from Islamabad. Anas, this is really a big moment at this point of time. No party has managed to get a clear majority, and no party is anywhere near the magic figure. But what we've heard is from Nawaz Sharif, where he has said, he's admitted that his party cannot form the government on its own, but is open for a coalition. But at this moment, which other parties do you think are willing to come together with Nawaz Sharif potentially to form a government?
That's a bit too early to say right now, Saleh, because historically all of the parties that have clinched majority of the seats are those who have at one point or the other did an alliance with the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz. Right in front of me is the party position, and 229 seats have been announced. 93 of them have been clinched by independents. 64 of them have been taken by the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, whereas 51 seats by the Pakistan People's Party, 12 by the Muttahida Qawmi Movement, 4 by the Pakistan Muslim League Q, 2 by the IPP, and 2 by the JUI as well. Now, one seat remains disputed, but overall, we're now entering the final phase. 36 seats are now awaited, and then we will be having a clear-cut figure as to what is the final count on the seats. But by the looks of this this graph, this chart that's right in front of me, it is abundantly clear that no party has been able to take majority, and independents will be playing a crucial role. Now, with regards to this, Asif Zardari, the former president of Pakistan and co-chairperson of the Pakistan People's Party, has already flown to Lahore. There are reports that he will be heading to Jati Umrah, the residence of the Sharif brothers, and he will be meeting Shehbaz Sharif. Now, this comes in the light of the recent statement by Nawaz Sharif that Shehbaz Sharif has been tasked from his part to do the consensus build and let the consensus decide with regards to the coalition and the composition of the coalition as well, Saleh.
Right, at this moment, Anas, the independents are clearly the single largest bloc. But independents, it must be pointed out, are not just independent candidates backed by the PTR. There are other candidates as well. But is there any clarity at this moment on how many of the independents have allegiance towards the PTR and how many of them have allegiance towards the other political parties, such as the PMLN and the PPP?
Well, the safe estimate would be that more than 50% of the elected independents are those who are backed and are PTI loyalists. That is a safe estimate. But we would know the exact count and the exact number once the polling, once the counting ends, when the compilation of the result ends. Only then we would be able to know. But out of the 93 independents that I can see that are now that is now official on the part of the Election Commission, it would be safe to assume that at least 50%, that's roughly about 46 or 47 of them, are definitely those who are backed by the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. Saleh?
Interesting. Thank you very much indeed, Anas Malik, for joining us and getting us all those updates. That will, of course, come back to you as more details emerge in the story. And we also spoke with Ms. Rahim Khan. She joined me live from Pakistan. She's a journalist and a political analyst. And this is what she's had to say about this trend that has emerged in terms of the independents having emerged as the largest bloc in the National Assembly in Pakistan. Listen to what she had to say.
But I think that if one thing can be evaluated or taken from the election result is the fact that A, they were peaceful, particularly in Punjab, where, of course, the decisions for who runs the government in the center and, of course, the most populous province, Punjab, that is in Lahore. So everything happened fairly peacefully. Here, no reports of any untoward incidents. And also, the other thing which is very clear is that Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf backed candidates did get a fair chance of not only polling stations and managing those polling stations. The women from Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf have done an absolute brilliant, competent job at these polling stations. And so they were allowed to sort of bring in their candidates or bring in their voters. And the result, I mean, the upsets are in clear sight for everyone, that the establishment's involvement as far as withholding the vote or rigging or the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf being limited is not true, because obviously the result is as clear as day in front of all of us. So I think that even with this coalition government or a hung parliament, whatever the numbers might be and who goes where, this will be left to the political leadership of Pakistan People's Party, Pakistan Muslim League Noon, and the other smaller parties as well.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.